Hello, 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 hello. 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 Is anybody out there? What's up, peeps? Hi there, gaming dude, Cody, Chris. How have you all been? I've been MIA. Sorry about that. But I'm back. I'm on Instagram here, YouTube here. Whoa, hello, hello to a lot of people at once. Okay, I'll just say hi to everybody. So where were we? Noel, Justin, Francisco, Namdi, Jawad, Arjun, Jonathan, Amir, Chris, John, and Corey, and there's something in Greek. Uh, Damir, yeah, Mother Chris, Michael, Mr. Piratebrain, Brendan, and let's see. Hey, have a question. Is the best place? What's going on here? Why am I cut off here? Wait. Oh, I have a question. Which is the best place in USA to find girls, MILFs, and also affordable to live, less crime, so in short, hot place? Good question, gaming dude. I don't know. Those are a lot of questions. Ari and Simi, Paul, and all these people here on Instagram. Hello, hello, and thank you for the love and the hearts. So I was going to tell you guys, I'm working on my book and I'm on the chapter about sex with cougars, sex with older women. I thought I'd give you like some top reasons and then we can discuss them and answer questions about anything else. And my Instagram is Karen Lee Love, just like here. Karen Lee Potter, Karen Lee Love. So if you want to check me out on Instagram, hi people on Instagram. So here are my reasons why I think older women, younger men together are sexually compatible, why it works really well. Are you ready? Drum roll, clapping. Connect with me, 6905 King. Okay, here we go. So for one thing, obviously experience cannot be replaced by anything else because obviously an older woman is older, meaning more years on her chronological chart. Chronologically, she has more years than a younger girl, obviously, but that experience of having been with maybe one partner for many years, and that's also as good as being with many partners for many years. But either way, there's no replacement for experience and what she could have learned over those years of trying different things, what works, what doesn't work, knowing her body, etc. It's different than with a younger woman who doesn't know what to do or doesn't have the years of experience with different partners or one person for a long period of time. So I hope you understand what I'm saying. I was that younger woman once, and I know what I knew at that point, which was nothing. Oops. Anyway, so yeah, experience is irreplaceable. And it's something to be valued, not like put down. Oh, you're so old. No, experience is a good thing. Like like a strong older tree is better than a young sapling sometimes. Confidence. The older woman has a lot of confidence. She knows her body. She knows herself. She knows what she'll put up with and what she won't put up with. She values herself. She maybe works out, takes care of herself, eats right. So she's got more confidence, and confidence is king when it comes to being sexual, right? Everyone wants someone who's got a lot of confidence, someone who feels self-assured in the bedroom, especially, not someone that is like, oh, I'm embarrassed, which leads me to uninhibited. Uninhibited in a bedroom is also something very desirable. Nobody wants someone who's really uptight and nervous and anxious. Everybody wants someone who's uninhibited, who's willing to try new things, who's willing to take their clothes off in a bright light. Maybe not. Maybe she's going to put the candles out, but they're not someone who's like, like, I remember a friend of mine who wouldn't take a shower with a guy because she was like, I don't want him to see me with my hair wet. Or older women will be like, who cares? Like, I've had 3 kids. People in hospitals have seen everything there is to see. So I have no inhibitions whatsoever when it comes to being with anybody. What's the point of being inhibited? You are what you are, and everyone's perfect in their own ways. I always think of all my stretch marks or any other war wounds is just marks of experience, like those rings on a tree. So being confident and uninhibited, and then of course adventuresome, trying new things. After a while, especially if you're with someone for a long time, it's time to experiment. And now is the best time as any. When you're free and single, especially if you found a woman who's like newly divorced and she wants to try new stuff that she's been like kind of repressing over the years. Maybe she's been with the same person for years and years and years and wants to try something new, and you're the one to try it with, right? Let's see. Teacher, she likes to teach and mold. She could teach you what she wants and what she desires and teaches you about her body. Now, every body is different, right? No two vulvas are the same. No two vaginas are the same. So you need to learn about her body, but she's going to teach you, or she'll teach you what she likes and what she doesn't like. You could teach her what you like, what you don't like. So there's always good reasons why you want someone that can actually teach you what you can't maybe learn from someone else who's younger. Maybe that younger person just doesn't know their body enough, right? I mean, maybe they don't know by masturbating what makes them even have an orgasm. Unfortunately, there's a lot of women out there that don't orgasm until they're like in their 20s or maybe never. I'm going to keep going and I'll answer all the questions later. So I had experience, confidence, uninhibited, adventuresome, teacher, molder, then energy. If you're only having sex once in a while with a certain person, sometimes it really helps to, you've got a lot of energy then. You've had maybe a woman's been in a relationship, she hasn't had sex in years. She's gonna have a lot of energy for making every time she has a new person or a special person in her life. She'll make it really, like special and maybe put more energy into it than someone who's having sex on a regular basis. But I'm not sure about that. It really depends on most, individuals. But again, I think you're more likely, and all these are just like more likely to happen if you're with an older woman. Communication, she's going to communicate. That's like one of the number one things that makes sex great is that you communicate about what you want, what you don't want. I like saying things like, I like when you scratch my arms like here, or lick my ears, or pinch my nipples, whatever she's going to say is, all that kind of stuff would be communication, both verbal and nonverbal. Like watching, she may see you react in a certain way and say, "Oh, you like it when I do that," or you might say to her, "Oh, I see you're turning all flushed," and communicate to each other what you love and what you don't love. She's not going to fake an orgasm because what's the point of that, you know? So I think it's really important to realize how important communication is. And then chemistry, of course, that you can have a lot of chemistry with an older woman because she's going to go after what she wants. You're going to go after what you want. And that chemistry may just be very apparent. At least that's what's happened with me in my past. And then the last thing was she most likely, again, if she's older and she's out there, she might be in really good shape. I mean, she may work out more than most people because she's, just knows her body, knows what she needs to do to get in that kind of great shape, and appreciates a younger guy in a younger body because maybe she's been with the same guy who's kind of let himself go. So there's just some random reasons why I think being with an older woman and a younger guy really works well in the bedroom. So I hope that helps you out. I mean, I'm trying to answer these questions as well as say hello to everybody since I haven't been here for a while. So let's see. Did D get to write his perspective? Did D get to write his perspective? What are you talking about? Give me more information. How do I introduce my size to my partner without scaring them away? Anthony, I would talk about it. If you've got an extremely large dick, just talk about it ahead of time and just say, I know I have this. Some people love it, but if you're going to be scared, I would tell you that I can I can make sure to go in very slowly and not as deep, and maybe put her on top. That's my advice. Again, I'm not a sexologist. I'm just a woman who has been around the block a few times as far as listening to what people talk about here on the internet. So let's see, where am I here with all these people here? Let's see. Confidence is king. Yes. Okay. So I'm going to go. Oh my God, there's so many comments that I missed. I'm sorry. If I missed your comments, I'm going to go back right now. Thank you for all the thumbs up here on the video. And make sure to check out Sex Talk with My Mom, my podcast, because it's really funny. We're going to be on Tosh.0 next week. So make sure to watch it. Although I haven't seen it, so I'm scared to see what's going to happen. Let's see. Okay. Okay. So Zetha, and again, I'm so sorry, I don't know how to read Greek. Why a young boy good with a MILF? And I think that's why. Um, let's see. I have no luck with looking for an older woman. What am I doing wrong? Chris, I don't know what you give me some more information. By the way, you guys, I have a Patreon page, Patreon. If you want to message me individually, message me on there. This is it. I'm going to try to pin it here. Patreon.com. It's a way that you can message me individually, and you get special tiers for different amounts of memberships, sort of like Netflix. Patreon.com/Karen Lee. Check it out. Let's see. Okay. Karen, if I was dating a cougar, I would cook them a romantic meal, dress up smart in a nice suit and tie, and make her feel appreciated. Would you agree? Yes. Good call. Why not? I think everybody could appreciate that. I don't know about the suit. I don't know if it's necessary, but I don't think anybody it wouldn't hurt. Are you still with your boyfriend? Did he help you write the book? Is he? Yes. Still with the boyfriend? I'm sure he's helped in some ways write the book because, obviously we've been together for 11 years. Okay. You like your older man flashed up photography. I'm not saying you shouldn't love anybody of any age, so it doesn't really matter, but I'm just explaining why the older woman and the younger man works. She knows her badge. Exactly. Let's see. Thank you for the compliments. Nothing better than older women. I don't get guys that chase younger girls. The last time I was with a 20-something-year-old, I was 16. That was a good one. Let's see. These are all Instagram I'm reading right now, and I'll get to YouTube in a second, so hold your horses. Teach and preach. Yeah, teaching is very good. So yeah, if you've had a relationship with an older woman, let me know how that went for you. And let's see. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's see. Are cougars into the shower? Yeah, why not? Why wouldn't they be? All right. I'm on YouTube questions here. So if I missed your question, just write it again because this is hard to do both at once. Let's see. This is all true. Got to show her love and respect because she'll be herself and comfortable once you show her that attention. Very important point, Namandi. Namandi, it sounds like you've had an experience with that. Okay, so Izzy, you enjoyed the podcast where we talked to the mother and the daughter from the Mustang Ranch brothel. Will I bring them on again? Maybe. She's actually, the mom is actually a really good sexologist. I've been with an older woman. I loved it. Joshua, tell me why. I like it when my older woman tucks me in, reads me a story, and bakes me cookies. Michael, that's very cute. I prefer to skip communication and get down and dirty. Jennifer. Okay, Jennifer, why not? I listen, whatever works for you. I think you're probably doing more on the non-communication level. Let's see. Sperm is said to be quite nutritious. Thank you, Ari. Jennifer, communication is key, LOL, but getting down and dirty might work. I guess it depends on the guy. There you go. Let's see. Dinner jacket and bow tie works for Ari, or a police uniform with the baton and handcuffs. Older women. Did you guys ever see the show Billions? There's a lot of discussion there on the S&M lifestyle. I think that is really, really a well done show. Joshua, she did things that I guess a younger woman would not do. Like what, Joshua? I like it when an older woman kisses my boo-boos and tells me the bullies at school are just jealous. Michael, you're so funny. You're just hilarious. Great advice. Thanks, Karen. I'm heading off for the watch the football. And football, Burnley are playing Everton. See you soon. Good luck to whoever you are rooting for. David, why are older women are the best? Alan, should I use a condom with a cougar even though she is too old to get pregnant? Yes, Alan. I mean, one of the reasons people use condoms is for birth control, but the other main reason it's used is for STDs. So make sure you always use a condom. No glove, no love. Sucked me off pretty good, Joshua. So okay, so yeah, I should put that in my book too. One of the reasons that women are so good and older women are better in bed is because they learned how to give a blowjob. Let's see. Oh, John, you're a Burnley fan. Okay. Is it wrong to get a jab at all? Oh, okay, Michael, let's put you in timeout. Now you're being annoying. Sometimes when people think they're funny by like making fun of people's age, it shows how immature they are. So, Michael, I had to put you in timeout. Sorry. Ari, most of us cougars don't have to worry about pregnancy. Exactly. That's what I'm talking about, Ari. She hasn't even guessed in ages. Thank you for letting people know that. I think what he was talking about was being on the podcast. I'm 30 years old and my wife is 44. David, I want to hear more about that for my book. So if you have anything that you'd like if you like that featured comment in my book, make sure to write it underneath here on YouTube when we're done. And also make sure you subscribe here and on Instagram so that you don't miss up. Old baby, stand up, please. See, that's the kind of thing that puts people in time out. Let's see. Hide live video. All right, sorry, he's gone. Bye-bye. If people are rude or disrespectful, then I don't appreciate you being here and I put you in timeout. Was Tash nice? I've listened to you guys from the beginning and love watching how much your channel has grown. You guys are getting the recognition you deserve. Thank you, Izzy. Izzy, I hope that you write something on iTunes for us and a review. And I'm glad that you enjoyed our podcast and noticed the changes. And it really makes me feel great. And I know it'll make Cam feel great too. For those of you who don't know what the hell I'm talking about, I also have a podcast called Sex Talk with My Mom. You could find it here on Instagram. You could find it on YouTube. You could find it on iTunes and Spotify and wherever you listen to podcasts. But we've been doing a lot of really cool things lately on TV, and I think you'll enjoy it. So check it out. It's called Sex Talk with My Mom, and just go and subscribe on YouTube or iTunes or wherever you listen to podcasts. Let's see. What are the nonverbal communicative signs of a cougar can give? What are the nonverbal communicative signs a cougar can give in first encounter? So any kind of first encounter is both verbal and nonverbal. And I think verbal is obviously easier, but nonverbal is like smiling, eye contact, flirting with the hair, the whole business, the body language, be a very good observer of body language. If the person's leaning in versus going like this is a good sign. But I think communication is awesome, and just talk. Let's see. I'm going to say something, but you might put me in timeout. Well, then use your judgment, Joshua. Make sure that you're being respectful to me and not saying anything about age and obnoxious. This like show me your tits. But it's true, if a woman knows her boobs are showing, she basically given the okay to look. Oh, that's okay. Bless it. How's that? Covered it up now. I'm not saying you can't look. I'm just saying don't mention it as part of this whole conversation here. Karen, what's your Instagram? Instagram is Karen Lee Love, just like YouTube. Would you ever do a day in the life of a dating cougar, like a day of you and your boyfriend? JR's Paint House. There is a video that I put out on YouTube a while back about how well do you know your boyfriend or girlfriend, and you can find all those questions answered there. But I don't think he's interested in being on camera as much as I am. Let's see. Bob, I find most desirable an older woman's comfort with her sexuality. They seem to be much less concerned with what others think they should like or engage in, much more uninhibited experimenting. Exactly. That would you please? I hope I can pin this somehow. Let's see if I could pin it. Yeah, that is awesome. I understand about the whole no glove, no love thing. I have meet up with an old girlfriend from high school, and we talked and hung out. She told me that she has HIV, but non-traceable. 100% you better wear a condom. I don't care what she told you. Just make sure you wear a condom. The most important thing is safety first. I find the most desirable an older woman's comfort. Oh yeah, I pinned that. Put Josh in timeout just on general principles. Thank you. You're right. Thank you, Ari. Sex Thunder is a real hoot, informative too. Thanks, Ari. Let's see. Hurt Locker, you're here. Let's see. All right. Yes, you got a new avatar. That's great to see. All right. Where were we? Bang, bang, pussy. Why? Why would people write those kind of silly things? And no comment on live streams here. I made that mistake once and saw some guy whacking off. So that's done. Hurt Locker, what do you have to say? So my ex wants another try with me, but she wants me in a committed relationship before we even officially got back together. What do I do? Okay. What do you do, Hurt Locker? What do you want to do? You have to follow what your heart says you should do. That's what I can say. You can't just do something because someone else is making ultimatums and demands. She sounds like a young girl to do that kind of stuff. Let's see. Marco, hey, Karen, probably must have heard this question before, but what would a younger guys do in this situation if a woman challenges your interest in her due to age difference? Okay, so basically Marco is asking, what do you do when a woman says, you're too young for me? I say, ignore that and keep talking. It's like a sales job. You basically just have to say yes and let's move to another topic, and just don't even engage in it, because what happens is that's like a first response that a woman's going to say, oh, you're too young. You're like my kid's age or whatever. But ignore that, because there's so many times that I've ended up with guys that have said the same thing to me, and the next thing you know, I'm having sex with them. So don't worry about it. The most important thing is that you guys have a connection. That's the importance. And even if it's just about music or something like that, don't worry about the rest of that stuff. I find it most desirable. Oh God, I keep reading the same thing. You're absolutely gorgeous. Thank you there. Let's see. Craigslist got rid of the personal section. How do you think your previous guest man whore is dealing with it? He said his primary way of meeting was Craigslist. Also, are you open to an older man? Good questions. First of all, I have no idea how a man whore is dealing with I'm sure he's found another way to meet people and figure out an angle, because he's like that. Again, she's talking about my podcast where we had a guy named Man Whore on it, on my Instagram on Sex Talk with My Mom. You can see a lot of the personal, all the guests that we've interviewed in the last 200 episodes. A lot of our favorite guests wrote in what they liked and a couple of other questions that we asked them to answer. They do videos. And so if you check out Instagram, Sex Talk with My Mom, you'll see what we're talking about as far as our past guests. Thank you for being such a good fan, Izzy. And please write a review if you haven't, and I'm sure you probably already have, but join us on Patreon, patreon.com/sextalkwithmymom. I'm attracted to older women. Why is that so? John, a lot of people say, why am I attracted to older women? For all the reasons I came up with at the beginning. And if you want me to repeat them, but a lot of it is just basically because older women are confident. And that's exciting, and that's attractive to many people on both sides, men and women. Thanks, Tom. You are absolutely beautiful. Love older women. I'm 32, and there's nothing sweeter than a nice, mature, beautiful woman. Thank you, John. Thanks for sharing. And why do you share that? Let's see. I made the mistake of calling a woman thick. She was upset. What should I have said? Thick, I guess, I didn't realize that thick can be considered a compliment these days, but especially like older women think of it as just sounds like you're saying fat. So I would just say something on the lines of, um, I like, I don't like skinny women. I like women that have curves to them. So something along that lines. And if she was upset about it, you just have to say thick is like a in term right now for being sexy and voluptuous. Um, so yeah, I would have probably taken offense to that too because of being in my generation. Thick is not necessarily a good thing. Yeah, I was in the generation when it was like skinny was good, not, and now it's, curvy and Kim Kardashian and Beyonce butt. So that was not popular some years ago when I was in my 20s. Mr. Bean, you have an erection. Thank you for sharing. Every woman's crazy about a man with a huge penis and a Walmart computer. Oh my God. Oh, who's super chatting me just now? Thank you. Let's see. Pete, again, thank you so much. Hi, Karen Lee. Did you get a chance to think about the challenges and the general unpopularity of the dental dam performing oral sex on a female? The SCD is orally. I didn't. Did you do any research? And if you did, let me know. It's such a good question. And of course, I forgot to research it. But I think I want to thank you, first of all, for super chatting me with that $10, Pete. And secondly, I want to thank you for coming up with that suggestion. If anyone on this live stream knows anything about dental dams and if the STD risk is more or less, is it better? Are there any downfalls to it? Actually, I'm going to see my friend Nina Hartley tomorrow, and she's very knowledgeable about all these things, and I will ask her. I was on yesterday's Sex with Emily. I should have asked her. Nicely put, Karen. I'll be sure to keep that in mind. It's all about the chemistry, right? Marco, it's all about the chemistry. 100% chemistry. If you don't have the chemistry, forget about it. John, why are you attracted to older women? Don't worry about it. It's just a normal thing. It's like a preference. Like some people are attracted to blondes, some people are attracted to redheads, some people are attracted to older women, some people are attracted to thick women, some people are attracted to skinny women, some people are attracted to men, some people are attracted to who knows what. Let's see. Where was I here? And by the way, don't forget to like this video, even if you're seeing it later on. Oh my God, what did I do there? Shoot. Let's see. Hey, Bryson, how are you doing? Namdi, if you have a question, go ahead and say it. For some reason, I'm having problems now. This darn thing got stuck. Okay, here we go. I'd rather have a younger man, Denise. Rule number 1, when flirting with a girl you don't know, never talk about her body. That's very smart, Hurt Locker. There is no need to bring that up. It's not it's not something that people want to be valued for. People want to be valued for what's inside here, right? Okay. To me, fat sounds like an insult, so never bring up the body. There you go. That's what Hurt Locker has said. Hurt Locker, I don't love her back and I don't want to lead her on. So I guess that you answered your own question, Hurt Locker. Why get back to with someone if you don't love her and you don't want to lead her on? I mean, I don't think this is someone you want to toy with. If she loves you, this is something we could talk about further on my Patreon page. But to be honest, I think it sounds like this has run its course. Sir, now you're gay. That's okay. Why are you saying it like a negative? We might have some chemistry, Ari, but that's it. I felt like I was leading her on. I don't like that. Yeah, no one wants to feel that way. You got to be genuine. You got to be authentic. You got to be a real honest person. One of the 4 agreements is, be impeccable to your word. That's number 1, actually. You want me to tell you about the 4 agreements? Anybody want to hear about the 4 agreements? It's Don Miguel Ruiz's. If you can live by these agreements, you'll be uh, doing very well in your life. The first one is always be impeccable to your word. The second one is never take anything personally. The third one is don't assume anything. And the fourth one is always do your best. Uh, Sister Romeo, if you're going to spell popping, at least don't spell it pooping. Ooh, that cute boobs pooping on. I'm sorry. Spelling lessons 101. All right, I got to do something about this. I'm not wearing this shirt anymore. Too many comments. If a cougar's showing off her boobs, what does it mean? No, Nambi, I missed your question. Super chat me. I'll find your question easier. Let's see. What should we do when they want kids in the future but currently love an older woman? So what should one do? Okay, so Namdi, it's a tough question. I have a friend of mine who was in her 20s and she decided she didn't want to have kids, and her boyfriend at the time wanted kids, but he did some soul searching and he said, I love her more than I want kids, so I'm going to stick with that. So you have to do some soul searching. And by the way, they've been married for I don't know how many years and happy. Probably one of the happiest couples I know. Just decide what your priorities are. If your priority is having kids, then move on and find someone else. Why does everyone call us cougars? Denise, because I want to be called cougar. I've decided that's the only really good way of describing someone who's older, I use the acronym confident, older, unique, genuine, assertive, and racy. Those are the words I've used to describe this person, and that's why cougar works. But if you say like MILF, it sounds like just someone you want to fuck. If you say single girl, it doesn't sound like exactly what I'm talking about. If you say mature girl, it sounds like you're a porn star. So that cougar works for me. But I mean, don't take offense to it. It's just what I like to be called. My male PCP kind of shrugs his shoulders. He said, Pete, I wouldn't worry about it. I still do, though. My male PCP kind of. What's PCP? Hey, Pete? The young guys come after you, Denise. So that's a good thing, right? So for some reason, I'm attracted to women without tans or whatever it's called. Without tans. What does that mean? Thank you, Brendan. Let's see. As long as a man treats you with respect and you are there for each other, that is what is important to me. Denise, you're absolutely right. Respect, respect, respect. You got to respect the other person. If you don't respect the other person and if they don't respect you, you need to move on. Let's see. Marco, hell, Nina Hartley rocks. Give her my regards. She helped me through high school and my first deployment. I will tell her, Marco. That's very sweet. I complimented my aunt. Her husband is abroad. We have sexual tension when we meet, but she knows it's bad things, so she breaks eye contact. Well, stay away from any sex with married women, especially your aunts. That's when you're saying aunts, you just mean like mom's friend type of thing. Still, I like everybody to be impeccable to your word and don't get involved with married people. It's a bad idea. Unless, of course, they have an open marriage, which you need to figure out. It doesn't sound like that. Denise, as long as a man treats you with respect, you are, and you're, okay, sorry, I read that already. We are not dead. Oh, it makes you immune to cancer and the results were amazing. Are we talking about dental dams? Let's see. Whoops. Was reconnecting on Instagram. Let's see. Girls with clear white skin. Hi, Paul. Let's see. How can you not want to have kids? Some people don't. Herlocker, just imagine a woman that has not seen the sun much and just pure white skin. I do not know what you guys are talking about. All right. Well, guess what? I just realized what time it was. I got to run. It's been real. It's been fun. It's been awesome. Thank you, Pete, for super chatting. Thank you, anyone, for joining me on my Patreon page. It's a way that you can show your support for these live streams and also get intimate conversations with me that are confidential, and also get certain pictures and videos that are only on Patreon. A shout out to my newest patrons. Let me see who those are. I think I got a new patron yesterday. Let's see. Tell you who that is. And my newest patron, drum roll please, is can't find it. Let's see. Okay, so I'm going to read all my patrons. How's that? I'm going to shout out to this is not accurate. This is, oh man, I'm screwing up over here. Okay, I can't do this right now. Yeah, it's not coming up. Anyway, Patreon is a way that you can intimately get involved um, in talking to me personally, so that you don't have to do it in a public forum here on YouTube, and you get more personal answers. Anyway, I'm glad you guys enjoy this, and thank you all. Like Gary, great show. Karen May, thanks. Get ready for, hopefully my book is going to come out one of these days, but in which case you guys are all part of it. So if you have any questions, write them in the comment section below. And that's it. I got nothing else to say. I got a pledge from, just started one yesterday. You'll get a pledge from me soon, Marco. Thank you. And that's it. Well, I love you guys. Talk to you later. Bye. And bye, YouTubers.